on my beat being divinely aligned. What's up, y'all? What's shaking? What's the word, y'all? What's the word? What's the word? What's going on with y'all? How y'all feeling, man? How y'all feeling? How y'all feeling, man? How y'all feeling? What's going on with y'all? Happy Friday, happy Friday, happy Friday. Hope everybody is all right. Happy Friday, you know. Got a beautiful moon out tonight, man. Shout out to everybody that's outside on their porch, you know. Hey, man, that's one thing I'm going to say, you know, that I miss dearly. Man, miss sitting on the porch with my nana. Yo, damn, man. I miss that, yo. You know, me and my nana used to go for walks all over, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, being that I'm from the city, you know. Shout out to the town. Shout out to the champions. None other than the New York Knicks. You know, I'm from the city. I'm not, you know, nothing to any other area in New York, but I'm from the Bronx. So BX stand up. But walking around the city, man, you know, with my nana, you know, I'ma date myself a little bit, you know, but I don't care. Because we still handsome, looking good, you know, by the grace of God. We don't look like what we've been through, but I'm going to date myself right now. So me and my nana used to walk around. You get what I'm saying? And when me and her used to walk around, what's up, Be the Gang chat? I see y'all. We ain't get into what we talking about yet, but we going to get there. But what's up? What up, Be the Gang? Being divinely aligned collective. Shout out, shout out, shout out. What's up? What's up? So, me and my nana, we would walk around, you know, all over the city, man. We walked from Manhattan to Harlem, from Harlem back on down to the Bronx and whatever, what have you, wherever we was going. What's up, chat? What's up, Be the Gang? I love y'all, man. I love y'all. I love y'all. I love y'all. You know, we just hopped on here. Spirit said hop on, so we on here. But, man, me and my nana would be walking around, and we always stop at this spot called Woolworth. Now, I don't know if y'all old enough to remember what Woolworth is, but that was big. You know what I'm saying? It was like a Dwayne Reed, you know what I'm saying? Like a CVS now or what have you. But, man, I would stop there and we would get like a burger and fries or something. But I'm getting away from the main point. But sitting outside and, you know, looking at the moon, me and my nana would be sitting on a porch, just chilling, enjoying each other's company. You get what I'm saying? My nana would do the little garden and clean up and stuff and all. Man, I just miss her. You know what I mean? I don't know if anybody has a loved one that has passed on and is no longer with us. But if you do, just know that grief heals, pain heals. But those memories, you'll never, you know, forget those. So always keep those memories there, especially if they're good ones. You get what I'm saying? And you can move forward. But what we're going to talk about tonight, man, is the word weird. You know, if you follow me, hit that like button, subscribe, and share the content, you know. But the word weird means strange, unusual, or attached to the supernatural. And that's the word that I feel like describes me perfectly. because I don't fit into any box. And I hope you understanding me. As chosen ones, we don't fit into boxes. We create them. And when I say create them, we create and bring our presence everywhere we are. And for lack of better words, there's going to be people who are intimidated by that. You get what I'm saying? Peep out the play, though. Let's say you're a female. You go to a job and they're like, oh my God, I love your blouse or I love your shirt. This is before they get to see your true form, your glow. Next thing you know, you come in that whole month fresh. You lit. You know what I'm saying, mama? I got your nails done. You smelling good. Your man coming to pick you up on time with gas in the car, not with the gas empty. And all of a sudden, that same person that was like, oh my God, where did you get that from? Now she switched up. Her attitude dry as fuck. She don't got no pleasantries to say. Matter of fact, she trying to tell you how to do your job. And you like, yo, where the fuck did this energy come from? She's mad that she is not drawing and garnering the attention because you're being weird. And when I say being weird, you're being yourself, authentically who God created you to be. Psalm 139 says, I was fearfully and wonderfully made. We're all fearfully and wonderfully made, right? But not everybody is cool with being themselves. And that's the game changer. So, sis, you coming in there and you on your ones and you doing everything. And you like, yo, I thought this was a friend. No, that's a frenemy. You get what I'm saying? She's intimidated by your weirdness. She's intimidated by you going through what you went through, but it don't look like and hasn't taken you to where you're bitter, to where you've allowed that situation to basically overtake you to where you become a shell of yourself. No, be weird. You tapped in. You are not only tapped into you, but you're tapped into the divine energy, God working in you and through you. And you know that everybody ain't for you, especially as a chosen one. An example for my fellas. Let's say, you know, you come and you playing in a hooping league and you get on the team and, you know, you don't got the best shoes. You don't got the best clothes, but you can hoop your ass off, right? You get to the cup, you pass, you do all of that. You a bucket getter. You an asset, not a liability in every area on the court. You come and the people that you playing with, 1 minute they want to pass you the ball and they like, oh, word, yeah, you doing good. Then the next minute, the more you play with them, they ice you out the game. Ain't nobody passing you the ball. They looking you off. They would rather take an extremely difficult shot as opposed to passing you the ball, which would be the more logical and reasonable thing to do. Pay attention. They're intimidated by your weirdness. It's the same way Jesus did, man. You know, Yeshua HaMashiach, our divine savior. Those Pharisees swear they knew him. They could repeat the Levitical law and thou art do this and don't do that and I do this and do that. All of that bullshit, but you couldn't see that the man you was reading about, the Messiah, was right there next to you. Nah, you couldn't see it because you didn't want to, because it looked weird, because it didn't come in the container that you thought it would come in, because it came from Nazareth. What they say, can any good come from Nazareth? People are always going to judge you by where you came from and not look at where you're going. Be careful of that. You know what I'm saying? And again, that word weird, I love it because it's like you're unapologetically being yourself. It's the things that are weird and peculiar, as they say we are in the good book, and not just to talk about the word of God, but anything that's different, people are going to be intimidated by, and they're automatically going to get triggered if they're not secure in who they are. So understand me, you being that quirky person that got the red hair, that's nails as long for my ladies, and does the eccentric stuff, they gonna look at you like it don't take all of that. No, it don't take all of that for you, but for me, this is who I am. For you, bro, you know, you don't gotta do too much to pull. You don't gotta do too much to get that radiating energy. It just is. So motherfucking niggas gonna look at you like, who this nigga think he is? Oh, you light skinned? Oh, you got dreads? Oh, la la la. And that's when the small talk starts to get louder, especially if they can't stop your traction. If people can't stop your traction, oh man, they're going to be all over the place. They're going to do a little bit of anything to try to pull you down. You get what I'm saying? But don't let it deter you and let it stop you. You know what I mean? And I just want to let you know, as I'm saying this, yo, don't be afraid to be yourself. You know what I'm saying? It's the people that's being themselves that are actually reaping the rewards of life. This life is short. You know what I'm saying? We only get one motherfucking life. And if you trying to be and pretend to do and emulate somebody else and you're not cool with finding out who you are, man, that's a little cray-cray. But then again, that's what people do. You know what I mean? People want to be everything but themselves. People want to encounter and live lives that they haven't put the work in to be. You know what I'm saying? Like, that'll never make sense to me. But that's what it is. And motherfuckers will get triggered. You know what I mean? And then they'll go so far as to gaslight you. You know what I mean? For being authentically who you are, they'll hit you with the, oh, well, such and such and such. And then when you call them on it, oh, no, I didn't say that. Yes, the fuck you did say that. Oh, well, no, I didn't do that. Yes, the fuck you did do that. You know what I mean? Like, that narcissism energy is real. And I call it energy. It's not a disorder. It's a spirit. For we do not wrestle against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against rulers of darkness of this age, against spiritual wickedness in heavenly places. I don't give a fuck what you say. You could give somebody medicine all day long. If there's a spirit in them that they haven't healed from, that shit's still gonna be there. It's a lot of motherfuckers running around here with spirits in them. Monitoring spirits, familiar spirits, perverse spirits, the spirit of grief and heaviness. You know what I'm saying? There's people that are bound, that don't want to be free. That's why they stay in groups. Check this out. The weird motherfucker, that's the motherfucker that got the truth. That's the motherfucker that's walking on a path alone, that's not afraid to be alone. It's the motherfuckers that group up and click up. Those is the ones that you got to look at and be like, the fuck you got to be in a group for all the time? Now, I'm not saying you don't need to have people around you that you shouldn't want to engage in a fellowship. But if that's where you draw your strength from, you ain't strong, beloved. You're not strong. Because at the end of the day, you came in this world alone and you're going to go out alone. It's about understanding and understanding who you are and growing into that person, and you'll attract your soul family. You'll attract your tribe. But you ever notice that motherfuckers will click up against you because you're not letting them walk all over you? You're not letting them do and treat you any kind of way, and you got boundaries. But the motherfuckers that do, they love them. Nah, toxic, 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 toxic. I'm telling you, motherfuckers will be toxic. They'll treat somebody good who basically has no boundaries. But a person that has boundaries, oh, you're difficult. Oh, something's wrong with you. You're hard to work with. No, I'm not easily, I'm not easily manipulated, motherfucker. That's the problem. That's the problem. I'm not easily manipulated. And the day that you stop being a yes man or a yes woman, your life is going to fully increase. Now, it may be a little lonely because when you realize that everyone ain't for you. And you realize that it's a lot of motherfuckers out here that's just wanting to be accepted. And that's sad. That goes back to the childhood. That goes back to that younger person that wasn't accepted, that was bullied, that felt like they had to put on a performance to draw people in. Nah. If your shit good and it's booming, man, the flies is gonna come. You get what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying? If you the shit, flies is gonna be there. And I'm just saying that as a metaphor. You ain't gonna have to push anything. You're not gonna have to force anything. It's gonna come. And that's what I love about being authentically yourself and weird. When you're weird, not only do you have a certain aroma, not only do you have the spiritual divine connection, you're okay with going at it alone, man. And when I say going at it alone, you're okay with being yourself. Not everybody is cool with being themselves, man. It's too many people that are trying to fit into the mold of something else to be accepted. Be careful what you're trying to be accepted by, man. Because what you may be trying to be accepted by may be the very thing that gets you the fuck up out of here. And energy is real. Yeah, I've walked in the spots where I walk in and energy is real. You walk in and you like, damn, your energy is light. And you walk in and you can just see the hate on their face. You could see the demons in them. Like, they'll go out of their way to talk to another person that's vibrating at a lower level. But because you're vibrating at a higher level and your light is shining, and they don't like that because of whatever reason, they just may not like that, or because, you know, they're not securing themselves, you could see it. They'll give you this. You could just see the manifestations coming on them. And that's the shit where if you petty, you'll play into it and you'll start fucking with them. Me, I'm not petty, because I got anger issues that I'm working to fuck somebody up. I've caught cases and all these things. So it's like, I'm not going to go tit for tat with you, especially if you're a grown person. You know what the fuck you doing. You're not going to rage bait me into going there with you. I'm going to just move the fuck around, because I know how I get. And once it's up, it's fucking stuck. So instead of me catching the case, instead of me vibrating at a low level to show you who I am, no, you got it, beloved. I'm going to let you have it, because letting you have it will allow you to think you won the battle when really I won the war. You gotta let these motherfuckers think they got it, man. Let them have it. Because 10 times out of 10, that's all they want. They just want some attention. They just want some notoriety. They just want to be loved. But you're not gonna get that off of me. You're not gonna get that off of me. You know what I'm saying? So once you understand that and understand that, you'll really see and be like, damn, motherfuckers out here is just really weak-minded. They really don't love themselves, so they feel like they have to be something and someone else to garner that attention. When really, if you're yourself and you just stick to your plan and your program, the right people will come. What they said, if you build it, they will come. If you stay true to who you are and you continually grow and heal, they will come. A narcissist don't never want you to understand that. You know what I'm saying? And if you've dealt with the narcissist and you know narcissistic people, oh man, the best way to shut those motherfuckers up is not only by success, but by light and radiating as bright as you can. They hate that shit. Become everything that they say behind your back that you're not. Oh, you know, this person is this, and this, and this, and this, and this. They could say that shit, but sooner or later, your actions will outshine their words. So if they're saying, oh, this person is hard to deal with and all that shit, just be so solid in yourself and be so solid with your reputation and honestly be good to people, not everybody, but discern who and what to be good to, that when your reputation comes out, it's going to have no choice but to shit on them and make them look stupid, because you can't hide the truth. I don't care what the fuck you say, the truth is the truth, and eventually it will come out. So however long it take, it's gonna come out. That's like a chick could have on makeup and oh my God, you're so beautiful. But eventually that skin up under there is truly gonna show. I don't care how expensive or how good the makeup is. Eventually her true colors is gonna show. So what I'm saying is, people can only lie on you and say so much stuff about you until you really show who you are. And if you are who you say you are, a superstar, then have no fear. Exactly. And you see in that video with Lupe Fiasco and Adam Levine, you see the connotation of the demons and the people around you. We live in a spiritual battle. For motherfuckers that think that this ain't a spiritual battle, I'm sorry, you are asleep. You know what I'm saying? You sleep. You still living in the matrix. You gotta wake up. But for those of us that are awoke, and for those of us that see and know like this shit is just all a program in the game, you know that you have to move accordingly. So it's gonna take us a little longer. It's gonna take us going through more, because we're actually who we say we are. We're not pretending. Yeah, we done been through some shit. Yeah, we done had our bumps and bruises, and we're not perfect. We may have done some hurtful things, but once we woke up and we said, you know what, I'm not living this way anymore, now the game is really on, because now you're not programmed. And if you're not programmed, you're going against the grain. And once you go against the grain, you're challenging the system. And motherfuckers hate for the system to be challenged. That's why when you deal with a narcissist and somebody that's literally trying to gaslight you, make sure you have all the receipts. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you didn't say that? Oh, I didn't? Boom, hold on, I got it right here in the text. Motherfuckers can't dispute with receipts, but then again, they will dispute with a receipt because that's their job. Their job is to always exploit what they feel is real and negate truth. So they're always gonna have that. So it's best not even to deal with them. But at the same time, if you have to, make sure you keep your receipts. Make sure you're not raising your voice. Make sure you're not doing stuff that's gonna get you out of pocket. Stay in your lane. People hate when they can't get no response from you. Now, that's not to say you're not human and you may not give an emotional response, because nobody wants to be treated poorly. You know what I'm saying? Like, nobody does. But the more that you can control not only yourself and your actions and the way that you respond, the better you will be. Stay weird. You know what I mean? Figure out what you like. And if what you like is contrary to everything that's going on in your family, fuck it, still do it. You know what I mean? If what you're doing causes people to put their nose up at you and say, huh, you're at the gym every day, it doesn't take all of that. Well, motherfucker, yeah, I don't want to have said onset disease when I get 40 or 50 and look like I'm 70. No, I actually want to have a healthy quality of life. So yeah, for me, it does take that. Don't let nobody diminish or devalue your dreams and your process. Be who you are. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I'm saying with the weird thing. Like, we can't be afraid to be who God called us to be in the society of everybody who wants to be like everybody else. That's not what we're here to do. We're here to be individuals. We're here to pass on not only blessings and legacy, but to cement ourselves in this world as somebody who contributed what they could as an individual. There's so many people out here trying to do the same thing. It's like, why you want to do that? They don't even know. They don't even know. They just doing it because they seen somebody else doing it. And then when you question them about it, oh, well, I always been doing this. No, you haven't. That's not even something that's part of your forte. That's not even part of your characteristic. You just doing it because you saw so-and-so doing it. You get what I'm saying? Be the gang, but I'm letting you know, I love y'all. Don't be afraid to be yourself. When these motherfucking narcs start pressing on you and start doing stuff, just know that they're not healed and they're looking for anything to pick at you for because they see your growth. You know what I mean? When a flower or a tree is growing, you don't hear nobody saying, oh, stop growing. That shit just gonna keep growing. Be like that plant. Be like that tree that's growing in silence, and let your results speak for themselves. You don't gotta put nobody down. You don't gotta diminish nobody else to make your light shine. Showing love is what we're supposed to do. Now, don't do it to a deficit. Don't let nobody walk over you. You're not a yes man. You're not a yes woman, but you're supposed to be a good person. Not a nice person, a good person. You know what I'm saying? A nice person is going to always let motherfuckers walk all over them. But a good person is going to set boundaries. A good person is going to say, no, can't do that. And most importantly, a good person is cool with being who they are. I love y'all, Be the Gang, man. You know, this is just something that was on that I felt like I had to put out, and that's it, man. But I love y'all. Be the Gang, being divinely aligned collective. Continually push, continually grow and go. And just know, man, there is no future in faking. It's only a future in being real. So be real. And if motherfuckers don't like you and they hating on you, you're doing something right. And not only if you're doing something right, you have haters. Motherfuckers hated Jesus and he was here helping people. So that was Jesus. Who are you? We're never going to be like that divine energy. So just know that if the hate comes, not only you're doing something right, but keep doing it. Motherfuckers want to block your light. They want to block your shine because they ain't got motion attraction. But that's their problem. They got to figure out why they're not growing. They got to figure out why they're still living in their trauma from high school. That's not your problem. What you need to do is continually elevate, radiate, achieve, learn, but most importantly, keep smiling and keep looking good. To all my people out here in the chat, man, if you only could do one push-up, if you only read one page, if you only was able to work said hours, man, be proud of yourself. It's not about how much you're doing, but the quality you're doing. If you're doing it with the best that you can, and you're doing it with the best intentions, and you're doing it from a pure place, give yourself a round of applause, because everybody's capacity ain't the same. You know what I'm saying? Just like you got a speedboat, you got big fuel ships, you got tugboats. They're all on the water, but everybody just has a different capacity. Once you figure out your capacity and what you can do, don't be mad at that. Just be the best at that you can, and trust and believe it's gonna go up. I love y'all. Be the gang, being divinely aligned. Everybody that's in the chat, I appreciate y'all for checking in with me. Stay weird, be humble, drink your water, but most importantly, keep shining. Y'all have a great night. Blessings.